On day 8, I left Brushy Creek Resort and walked back to the trail and headed 25 miles north. I passed through the Highway J trailhead and entered the Middle Fork section. I then passed Barton Fend and Highway DD trailheads and camped near the Big River. Welcome to the third segment of my through hike of the Ozark Trail. This morning, like the last few mornings, woke up and it was in the mid-20s. As you can see from my attire here, it has warmed up a bit. It's early afternoon. Temperatures are probably low 50s. And I'm cruising right along. It's good weather today. Might be getting some rain later on in this trip. Let's go. Cruising right along and I see this pink tape and I'm like, oh boy. And the tape is actually marking, look here. It says, attention trail users, prescribed burn plan for this area. That's the area that I just walked through. And the prescribed burn had to be a couple weeks ago. So, come on, Forest Service. Take down your sign. I'm not going to do it. But it just proves I'm a little skeptical when I see the prescribed burn signs because this isn't the first time that it's a little outdated. I may make it look like doing big miles is easy, but it's not. It's a little before 5 o'clock. There's a water source here. I saw that there's another water source 3 miles up. I'm exhausted, but I'm gonna keep on going. Probably get there 6:30, an hour before dark. Maybe a bad decision, we'll see. Made it to where I'm gonna camp. Probably 20 feet away from the trail. It's a long day. I don't feel like talking. Got the hammock all set up. Filtered my water. Ate my food. Woo. Went and hung my food bag. So you may ask, why am I pushing so hard? It isn't just to prove to you that I can do big miles or anything. When I was at the lodge last night, I had TV and I was watching the weather, and it's going to start raining tomorrow. And kind of rain tomorrow a little bit and Wednesday a little bit. And then come Thursday into Thursday night, it's supposed to be heavy rain. And 2 years ago when I hiked this trail, I had to stop because a creek got flooded. And I think the worst crossing that I have left is only 5 miles from the end. So I'd like to kind of beat that flood and see if I can get to that creek before Friday. But it's a delicate balance because if I push too hard, I'm going to get injured or, get blisters or may not be able to finish for that reason. So, it's kind of trying to go aggressive but be smart. So, I don't know. I did a lot of miles today. We'll see what my body feels like tomorrow and what I can do. But, worry about the things that you can worry about. And tonight, there's no use worrying about what I'm going to feel like tomorrow or if the creek is going to flood in a couple days. Just take it day by day. Do what you can. Don't worry about things that you have no control over. So, thanks for coming along. I am going to sleep good tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. On day 9, I started near Big River and hiked 25 miles north and passed through the Hazel Creek trailhead. I then started the Cordowa section and camped near the McKell Hollow. Morning. A few miles in here. It is a cool, breezy, overcast day. Legs aren't too bad. Until I put in a big day yesterday, a little tired, but I'll get by. We're gonna keep on moving today. See how many miles we can get in. Giddy up. Light rain falling here. I made it to Hazel Creek. I do remember this from last time crossing here. It's about 40 degrees. Definitely type 2 fun today. Roll up my rain pants. Time to make my way across the shallow part of the creek. The trail is actually up that way about 100 feet, but it's pretty deep there. This isn't so bad. Ankle deep. The water's cold, but it doesn't feel as bad when it's 40 degrees out and raining, right? All right, now I gotta find my way back to the trail. Bushwhack through there. Good times. Made it to Snap's Branch, which is around 20 for the day. Tired, cold. It's only almost 3 o'clock. Next water source, other than this one that I'm crossing right now, is about 5 miles up. So my debate was, even though I'm cold and tired, just want to get my hammock. Do I stop here or do I keep on going? I think you know the answer already. Got to the top of a hill here. Came to a logging area. I don't see any trail markers at all. This is when I'm kind of happy that I have Gaia, because it can show me which direction to go. I'm not sure there's a trail that's going right up that way through the mess, but it looks like I take this road up for a little bit. I never did find the water. I looked a little bit closer at my map and talked about just some various puddles. I did see a couple puddles, but I opted to pass on that for water. So I'm managing with whatever water I have left. After I made my dinner here, I still have about 400 milliliters left. So that should get me through the night. And then I have about 5 miles till there's a for sure water source. It's about, I don't know, 35, 37 degrees out, and I'm all cold and wet, so I'm kind of in a rush here to get my dinner made, eat, go hang up my food bag, take off all my wet clothes, and get into my nice warm hammock. So after completing about 50 miles in the last 2 days, that means that I have a little under 40 miles left. So I should be able to finish on Thursday, which is today's Tuesday. Hope to hike 25 tomorrow. That'll get me to near Bass Resort. And then 15 left for Thursday. I think it's probably going to be raining the next couple days, but it looks like the worst rain is coming Thursday afternoon into Friday. So hopefully when I get to that last creek, I'll be able to pass. But I'm cold. My fingers are clammy. I need to hurry up and eat this warm comfort food of beef stroganoff and get in my hammock. Sorry for maybe not doing as many walk-bys as I usually do. But if you see here, yesterday I dropped my phone, and the mount that I typically put on my phone is broken. So I'm just balancing it on there now. But, all right, enough talking. We'll see you tomorrow. On day 10, I started near McCall Hollow and walked 28 miles north. I passed through the Highway 8, Berryman, and Harmon Springs trailheads and stopped at Bass River Resort. Morning. A few miles in, made it to the Highway 8 trailhead. Passed a little creek there. Feet are all wet. It's a little cool, a little bit warmer though than it has been. So we're off. How many are we gonna do today? It took me too long to get out my phone, but the sun was just out. You can see I'm not wearing any coats, just got the shorts on. It's a beautiful day. I've been communicating a little bit. I actually ran into another thru hiker, the second one that I've run into on this hike. Both were going southbound and I'm going northbound. He went through that creek right at the end that I'm worried about. And he showed me some pictures on his phone and it didn't look that bad. So I was a little bit relaxed. And then I was messaging via my Garmin here because my cell service wasn't great. I didn't have any cell service last night with my wife, and I was checking in to see if there was a room at Bass Resort up here, which would be about 25 miles from where I camped last night. And they were closed, but she called the lady today and then messaged me on my Garmin that they had a cabin. I said I didn't need the cabin, but the lady at the resort was worried that there's a bunch of rain coming in and I wouldn't be able to cross the river. I told my wife, don't need a cabin. Don't worry about me. I'll get across the river. So, I don't know who to believe. I looked at my phone. It's like 30-40% chance of thunderstorms here for the rest of the day today. And then tomorrow morning, it looked like it was going to be cloudy. So, what's my strategy? Just keep on walking. About 23 miles in for the day. I've been dealing with, probably for 4 or 5 days, my pinky toe on my right foot. Just some blistering on it. And now my heel's kind of hurting on my right foot. So I decided to stop and take a break here. Just take my shoe off. I'm not going to take my socks off. My keto tape is way at the bottom of my backpack, so I'm not going to pull that out. But I want to make it 2 more miles today, which will get me to 15 miles left tomorrow. It's I was looking at my map. It's actually like 4 more miles to that Bass Resort. So I think for my foot health, it might be better if I stop earlier than that and tackle the remaining 15 tomorrow. So, good times. It's a little warmer today. I should get down to this Courtois. I don't know. There's all sorts of people telling me different pronunciations of it. But I should get down to that river in about a mile or so here. It'll be interesting to see how high that is compared to last time I was here. And it should be a water source for camping tonight. Plans have changed a little bit. I got cell service at the top of a hill. I got a text from Andy, who runs the Ozark Trail Facebook group. She was concerned that storms are running in and that crossing that I've been worried about may be a concern. So I called my wife. I got a room at the resort up here, and I'm gonna have to boogie to get there on time, and then I'm gonna stay in that cabin, and then I'm gonna leave while it's dark tomorrow morning, and hopefully get to that creek early, you know, right as daylight's coming out, where it's a safe passage of that before the water gets too high. But I gotta keep moving right now. Just quickly, I got to the Courtois River, and it looks a lot different than last time I was here. Last time it was down, it's probably up 15, 20 feet higher than it is now. That's a good sign. However, that creek that I'm worried about isn't this river. It's a smaller creek that may flood quicker. Hey guys, remember me? Hi guys, how you doing? It's been a couple years. It's been utterly unbelievable, but I gotta go. This is something that I've been looking forward to for the last 215 miles. I finally got to where I had to stop last time because it was flooded. Last time, this bridge, you couldn't even see it. The water, I'm guessing, would be about up to my chest right now, not in the main river here. And the water was up to that building there. And this was all water. All this gravel, I couldn't see any of it. And I made the wise decision to stop, found a shuttle back to my car. Not this time. Finally found the store. This is a pretty big place. Checked in. As I'm checking in, they have a whole store. And the lady asked me, "Do you want a pizza, hon?" I almost jumped over the counter and gave her a hug. I'm in the cabin. Oh my goodness gracious. Taking off my shoes. You know, adrenaline is kind of a funny thing. You saw the video where I was about toast. And that was about, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles ago, where I was thinking about quitting, and then I got that text. And I shot like a rocket. Made the last 4 miles in about an hour and 15 minutes on those feet that were trash, which I'm kind of afraid to look at, but ooh, wearing through my injingies. Anyway, I'm not going to show you my ugly feet, so I'm going to show you that store in there. And I got a huge orange juice. And, drum roll please. They asked me, "Do you want the small pizza or the big pizza?" Oh my God. Look at that. So it looks like, you know, there's the chances of rain throughout the night are, you know, pretty low, where it ranges from 20 to 40% with that scary thunderstorm. There is a flash flood watch, but the high percentage of rain starts at like 1 tomorrow. Lady in the store said that that creek is about waist deep right now. So I'm going to get up at like 4:30 or 5 in the morning, get to that creek, which is about 7 miles away. Should get there about daylight, cross that thing when it's safe and I can see, and then make the next 5 miles onto my car. So, but I'm gonna let you go because I have more important things to do than to talk to you. crushed that pizza. Took a shower here. Even though I didn't have a towel or any soap, it still felt good to wash the feet off, do a little foot maintenance. Have all my stuff laid out and ready for tomorrow morning. No linens or anything on the bed, but I'm good. Got everything set over here. So tomorrow morning, I have my alarm set for 5 a.m. Gonna get dressed, head out on the trail. Watching the news from St. Louis, it looks like the heavy rain isn't going to hit until probably around dinner time tomorrow night, where they're saying 4 inches of rain. So it's probably a good thing that I put in that extra effort and crush those miles to beat that. But should be a good day tomorrow. Hopefully my feet feel a little bit better, but either way, I'm going to make it that last 12.5 miles. We'll see tomorrow. On the final day, I started early from Bass River Resort and walked 12 miles north and past the Lower Narrows trailhead and the final Cordowa Creek crossing before finishing at the Onondaga Cave State Park. Back on the trail, man. Shit. Early start. Doesn't look like there was much rain last night. Again, it's 30 to 40% chance here every hour. So might get wet, but hey, we're almost there. Walking along this rock face and came to a big cave. It's closed. Big metal grates. It's about 20 degrees cooler in here. But creepy. It's where all the zombies are kept, I think. I made it to Cutaway Creek. I guess it is the same creek that I saw yesterday. What throws me off is how can you call something like this a creek? Where does it turn into a river? But you can see here, there's my trail marker. This is where I need to cross. It looks pretty deep over here. But it could be a lot worse. I undid my hip belt. I'm gonna try to cross now. Cool. That's it. Made it across the Cutaway Creek. It was super cold, but it wasn't that bad. I had seen video from a guy named Bigfoot that crossed this a few years ago when it was flooded, and it kind of scared me. This is a little bit of that video.
Well, the OT is that way. I have to cross this. I have no clue how deep it is, but it is flowing fast. I'm gonna get in right over here, and I'm just gonna kick like hell. Worst case scenario, I'll end up going down that side, but I can just get off on the right. Wow. That was probably not the smartest thing to do, but I made it.
So now I have about 5 miles left. No big hurdles between me and my car other than walking 5 miles. But, you know, I started thinking about why do I enjoy doing through hikes like this? Doing a hike like this isn't, you know, a romantic saunter through the woods, being one with nature and building a campfire every night and, you know, Mary Poppins birds landing on my hand. It's a grind. It isn't, the way that I do it isn't for everybody, but I enjoy the physical and the mental. It just brings me to the edge of what is possible. You know, that's kind of why I like doing these things. It's like, am I able to do that? And it feels good if and when you actually do get done. So it's not for everybody. You know, it is a little bit of a spiritual pilgrimage for me, where, you know, when I'm at my weakest, after walking 20 some miles, you know, my brain clears. I start thinking about what's important in life. And it really brings me back down to earth and gives me my base for when I get back with my family and back in my real life. So if I get emotional at the end, screw you, I'm not ashamed. I'm walking on the opposite side of the Cotaway Creek, and it walks along this big cliff face. Lots of big caves in here. I'm getting to the end of the trail, and I wanted to leave you with one last thought. There are a lot of similarities between life and backpacking. Sometimes both of them can seem overwhelming. But if you just take one step at a time and keep on walking, you'll make it through. End of the trail is in sight. You can see the trailhead sign over here. I made it. I'm not getting emotional. But with this, not only did I finish the 230 miles of the Ozark Trail, I've also completed the Triple Ozark Trail, Ozark Highland Trail, Ouachita Trail. It feels good. It feels very good. Thanks for coming along on this with me. It was a really good hike. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit subscribe, punch the bell notification, check me out on Instagram and Facebook. I gotta go take off these shoes because my feet are garbage and go get a burger. We'll see you on the trail.